Hello, just bring in the other crew. Hello, we are live. Let's take a big inhale to our lower abdomen. It's an exciting day. And with sound and exhale. Wow, we are right now in the midst of the solar eclipse. Right this very moment. It will complete, I believe, at 8:13 Pacific Standard Time, 11:13 Eastern Standard Time. But at this very moment, we are amidst the solar eclipse. It's a celestial spectacle. Thank you. Let's just take a moment in this. We're going to do it a little bit different today because it's such a high vibration coming through across the world, across the planet. And I want us all to reap the benefits of it. So I'm so glad that you can join us here now. This, the solar eclipse is only visible in South America, but it is a world phenomenon and it has a significant impact on the human psyche. Can you imagine being in the ancient days where the moon goes in front of the sun and casts full and complete darkness? Full and complete darkness. It's like once there's light and then there's this void. It's just dark. It was terrifying for them, and they thought that it was a punishment from the gods. And then the new moon comes in that we have today. It's not only a solar eclipse, but it's a new moon, and that ushers in new beginnings. So it offers and initiates radical change. So that's why this is so important, because the eclipse looks at the shadow part of oneself. Might have some stuff coming up for you. And it also closes a chapter. Closes a chapter on 2020, perhaps. And then it opens the new chapter of 2021. And then Saturn comes in a couple days, and that brings with it, that's all about intentions and career and change and what we're going to do for our new beginnings. So I'm going to bring that in today too. And then we take a look at, oh, yes, of course. Then after that, Jupiter comes in, and Jupiter is about expansion. So we're going to expand into that change. And we also come into what is called the age of Aquarius. So we're coming into a first of our 200-year change. So these two planets, Saturn and Jupiter, are like our biggest stars, our biggest planets. And they are coming together every 20 years. They meet because they're so big and they're outside. So it takes them a long time to get to this point. So this is what is the universal strengths that we're going to lean into at this time. So let's just take a moment and take nice deep breaths and settle in and feel this shift that's happening in our world as we go into total darkness. And then it's like somebody's, I seen one of my astrologers or astrologer. She likes to put it as, we're coming into, somebody's going to turn off the lights, and when we turn on the lights, all the furniture in the room is going to be rearranged. I thought that was such a cute way of looking at it. So we need to take a look at, it might be, or I encourage you to take a look at what are your beliefs that are true for you. That's kind of that shadow side. What are the beliefs that are true for you? And then, of course, my two favorite questions: who am I and why am I here? I think that 2020 will have had that impact on a lot of people because we've had such a radical change. Somebody turned out the lights. There was light and substance, and then there was like darkness and a void. for many. So, and we may be in a position where we need to recreate ourselves. What a fabulous opportunity. So you're planting new seeds. We're planting new seeds together. Here we are. The seeds I plant become my forest, my community. The seeds I plant in my garden are what nourishes me. So where are you planting your seeds? How are you feeding yourself? What wolf are you feeding? Which one do you want to give the energy to? And it is all about energy. So let's bring our energy in and connect it with Mother Earth's energy and connect it with your higher self, divine consciousness energy. And rejoice. Let's use this as an opportunity to celebrate this movement, this action, this gift of this time. This is the first time in 20 years, and we're shifting into the age of Aquarius. If you look it up in the dictionary, the age of Aquarius, or the dawning of the age of Aquarius, the dawning is the creation of a new civilization, a new way of being in the world, a new way of being the light, so we can bring the light into this world more. Let's get that into the tipping point. Each and every one of us is a contributor to the collective. And this is a total collective day. This is a collective month. From here on in, it's about the collective. What is really true for you? What are some of your beliefs that may be old, pre-programmed beliefs? And that's a great place to do the work. If you would like to do that work, I have a beautiful, oops, what did I do with it? I was going to show it to you. I have a year planner that I can share with you for free. So if you're interested in that, just go to www.blissbee.me and join the newsletter, and I'll look for all the people that joined in this span of these next 2 weeks, and I'll send a copy out to you. And then I'm going to do a Zoom. I'm going to plan a Zoom day where if you like, we can come together and do it together, because I love coming together and doing this together. I think we're better together, and to create that for yourself is such a treat, and me. So let's do that together. Right now, we're going to get ready to ground, center, and align into this solar eclipse that's happening right now. And then I'm going to take us into a meditation. And so the 3 things that I'm going to take us through. So I'm going to ground, center, and align, because we could create the safety here before we can go here, especially today in this transitory time of the moon going in front of the sun and casting complete darkness in the world. We want to be sure that we're safe. We want the body to know that we're safe. Collectively, we want to add that to the collective. Then we're going to go into a meditation. This meditation is going to be a little bit different. Normally, it's a silent meditation, and it's offered with the mantra. You really want to reinforce the chakra system today and your energy centers. So I'm going to take you through an energy center balancing meditation. And then we're going to go into a 2-minute meditation. We're going to close that once we fortify and nourish all our energy centers. And we have brought ourselves into our grounding, centering, and aligning. Then we're going to take a little step into more of your intentions. Where do you want to see yourself going? And how do you see yourself getting there? And just planting that seed right here and right now. Planting that seed in your garden, and allowing that to now grow and fortify you as we go into 2021. And if you want to take that step further, we'll do a Zoom call, and we'll bring in, I'll send you out the pre-work, and we'll take the Zoom call, go into the Zoom and work through different areas. We'll break it down and work through it. And I believe that when we bring that together as a community, as a group, we create that synergy. And with that synergy, we open that portal of receiving together, just like we do in the monthly membership. We open that portal and really wonderful things happen. And you get these opportunities to have these epiphanies, to have this knowledge sort of just download and go, wow, why didn't think of that sooner? Well, because you weren't supposed to. You were supposed to think about it now. Just as I did for this morning. It's like, why don't I share my planner with everybody and then go on a Zoom call and do the work. And I think I'll probably make it by donation or something, because this work is so important. And at the end of the day, I still have a mortgage to pay. So let's go into our grounding and centering and aligning. Take a nice deep breath to your lower abdomen and exhale with sound. Really allowing all that old, stale CO2 to release itself. And the body just naturally takes a deeper breath now to that space that was created down in the lower abdomen. So we're going to ground, center, and align. I've got my Lemurian crystal with us today, so we're going to use that in the grounding process. You don't have to have a crystal. I certainly enjoy them because I really sense into the crystals. When I was doing my shamanic work, we would shift our consciousness into that of the crystal, and then we would come back out of our consciousness back into ourselves and experience what it's like to be in the crystal, because there is so much movement in the crystal. They actually grow, and they are used in most high-tech devices, whether it's your phone, whether it's a spaceship, a rocket ship going up to the moon, or a satellite, or watches, anything that sort of holds, it can hold that structure, that frequency, that vibration. So there's a lot of work that's been studied with the rocks and the crystals, and with that, I respect everybody's efforts, and it's a place to play and delve into the wonder of rocks and crystals. Now let's go into the wonder of our sensory organs, turning them all on. What are those? Well, just look at your face. It's your vision. It's your sense of smell. It's your sense of taste. It's your sense of hearing. It's your sense of knowing up in your third eye, your intuition, your clarity. It's your voice as well as your fingers. It's your tactile. You can feel it. You know that sometimes you just need to have that tangible thing that you can touch. This is going to be a little bit different. You might feel like you're touching it. Permission to feel, permission to turn on your organs, your sensory organs. This gives you a place to be present. If you ever find that you are not knowing where you're at, you've just driven home and go, wow, I just don't even remember driving home. Before you even get out of the car, call in your sensory organs, bring yourself back in. If you've experienced a trauma or a shock or something, sometimes you just need to pull yourself back in. Pull yourself back in. So now we're going to pull ourselves in, but we're going to take ourselves down to that central crystalline core of the earth. Think of the brightest, shiniest object that you can possibly think of, and now attach, a lightning bolt full of power to it. As we take those etheric feet or tree roots down through the central core of the earth, we're going to pierce through the earth's crust, down into the rock and the slate, the sand, and feel the grit. And allow it to keep on going down, down, down into the molten. Now we're approaching the warmth of that next layer of that fluid molten. Feel the warmth, and you can just swoosh right through as you go through the fluid, the liquidity of it all. And now we're coming upon the crystalline core of the earth, that bright, shiny object, that powerhouse of energy, often seen as a red energy. Wrap your etheric feet around that and your tree roots around that. Really important, especially today, to anchor into that crystalline core of the earth. Permission to receive, permission to heal as we draw it up. Draw it up the same line that it went down. If it takes some time, allow it to take that time. Follow that intuition that you have. Allow it, you might need to just jiggy it down or jiggy it up. It's allow that time and that space to get where you need to go. You don't have to follow me and what I'm saying right now. This is to give you the process for you to complete for yourself. Take this time now, if you can. And there's lots of time as we come and we prepare to bring it up within the in-breath. Inhale it up like you're sucking up a straw. This beautiful, beautiful energy coming into your 2 feet that are planted on the floor, or your sit bones, if your buttocks, if you're planted sitting on the floor. You can still bring it into your feet, bring it into your calves, bring it into your knees and your thighs. Bring it into your pelvis and your hips. Take a nice deep breath down to your abdomen. Meet that frequency of Mother Earth energy as you breathe it up into your full abdomen, your side body, your back body, up into the chest, and open your heart. Bring it up over the shoulders. And breathe it down your arms, to your hands, to your fingertips. This beautiful red frequency of energy. Allow it to fill your back body. Your next inhalation, you might want to bring it up into your throat. Bathe your throat. This is coming up to your mind-body connection as you breathe it up into your face, the front of the face, over the top of your head, filling the skull, the back of your head, the back of your neck. You can also bring it out the top of the Sahasrara, like a beautiful cascade of energy, 360 degrees coming out the outside of the body, touching the first and second layers of your biofield, cleansing that as it comes down the whole body, your whole body. Getting a sense of that. What do you feel? Do you feel more dense? Do you feel more solid? And take a nice inhale and an exhale. As you allow your shoulders to fall 3 inches and remove any tension that you might feel in your low back or your hips or anywhere else in your body. See where you feel that tension that's being held, and breathe to that area just like it's sand or something that's going through your field, going through and cleansing and taking that static out of the field. Everything is just falling down, falling away that doesn't serve you. Now call in the centering. Bring yourself to find that centering point by teeter-tottering a little bit back and forth, or sometimes you can just do a slight little circle one way or a slight circle the other way. If you don't notice anything, that's okay. Just intuitively find sort of that 0 point, that still point in your body. We're going to continue that line that you made down to the center core of the earth, up through, following the spine. It's also called the Sushumna Nadi. It's called the central channel. We're going to work with that as we create this line and align with divine creator source energy, higher self, guru, sages, archangels, angels, guides, spirits, whatever you call that higher point for yourself today. You're the boss, you pick. It's the place of many, many names. Let's create this superhighway. We're going to put up our antenna, set our intention, and take that up through the solar system. We have passed and completed the solar eclipse during this grounding, centering, and aligning right now. Take it through that, into the Milky Way, through the Milky Way, into the cosmos. As we're in this void of darkness right now, for a mere seconds, as the moon casts a shadow over the solar eclipse, the sun, and we create that safety as calling in this divine consciousness, permission to receive, permission to heal as we step into this void area. Create now, call in the light, call in the illumination as we draw in this light into the head, your full head, every space between each cell, every cell. Call it in as we breathe it down into the throat so that we can speak with this divine love and calm our egoic ways in my will and recognize thy will. Draw it in over the shoulders as we bathe it down our shoulders. Give them a soft roll back as we breathe in this divine illumination into your heart and your lungs. Open it as you breathe it in. Feel that expansion. Bathe it down your back, your full back, down your arms, your elbows, down your forearms, into your wrists, your hands, all the way to your fingertips. Bring your hands to your chest in the Namaste prayer hands if you like, and breathe it down into your abdomen. Feel this sparkle, this effervescent, this divine illuminant energy, gold and white light, as it's often seen as gold and white light. Breathe it into your hips and your pelvis area. Breathe it down to your thighs, your knees, your calves, your ankles, your feet. There is no coincidence that you are here on this solar eclipse at this exact time that the solar eclipse is completing. It certainly wasn't anything I planned. This is a glorious moment. Celebrate it, rejoice in it. Know that you are grounded and centered and aligned within the time span of the actual world solar eclipse. What a gift. Note these energies. This is such a great place to do the planning work. If you're going to sign up for the newsletter and the planner, it's under www.blissbee.me on the website. You can just put your name in. I will forward you the planner that I use, and I will notify you when we set up the Zoom to do it together if you so wish to join us. That would be so fun and so beneficial to us all. This is a really great time right now with the solar eclipse and the new moon. Let's take it into the meditation. The meditation I'm going to take us through today is going to work with our chakra centers, our energy centers. It's really important to nourish ourselves during the solar eclipse as the moon casts a shadow over the sun. It takes our light away. We want to make sure that we're breathing in and fortifying our light. And the new moon offers us this stepping into a new radical shift in humanity. And I want you to have the greatest, highest vibe for that shift. And I want that highest vibe for that shift. So yay. So we're going to go into the meditation. And instead of doing the mala, we're just going to work up the 7 energy centers with the body. I'm going to work with color. And I'm going to work with fruit or things that you're familiar with. So when I say invite you to breathe in red energy, I'm going to ask you to think of a red apple. And same with an orange. When we go into the orange area, I'm going to have you think of an orange. When we go into the yellow area, I'm going to ask that you think of a yellow lemon. When we come into the green area, I'm going to ask you to see and think of green grass, the most beautiful green grass you've ever witnessed. We come into the next layer, I'm going to ask you to think of the most beautiful blue sky that you can think of. When we come into the indigo area, people can get caught up in that area. So I'm going to ask you to think of like blueberries or blue grapes. And when we come to the top, I'm going to ask you to think of the most beautiful shining star that you can think of as Saturn and Jupiter come into 0 degrees. They will be the most beautiful shining star in the sky on December 21st at approximately 6 to 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So calculate that for yourself. Or you can go on and see on I think it's the almanac. You can pull up that beautiful astronomy happening. It's It's really interesting how astronomy and astrology is really starting to come together, because it's really hard for the astronomers to stay out of the astrology side, in the truth that that they really do have that really interwoven interrelationship. So that's where we're going to go on the meditation. We're going to take 2 minutes at the end, maybe 3 minutes. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to look at a clinical model that I work with in my practice, to offer you some insight into where you're going and what it is that you want. The new moon brings in that radical shift into creating and calling in what your intention is moving forward. And that really takes some action. So it's pen to paper. That's why I offer up the planner. That's why I'm going to offer up the Zoom workshop, just to bring us all together so we can do this work. It's imperative. The world needs you right now. The world really needs you right now. We are going to make the change. We're going to make the shift for the better for all of humanity as we enter the age of Aquarius, the dawning of Aquarius, the dawning of a new civilization as it is now and where it's going to move to in the future, moving forward. So grab a blanket, have a sip of water if you're feeling like you are thirsty. We've been on for a little while now already. Thank you for being here. Let's get prepared to do the meditation to fortify your chakras, your dynamic energy centers, and do the work. Yay! Settle into it. Come back into that centering point we just created with grounding, centering, and aligning. Oh, this is my planner. So I just found it was hiding under my consciousness book that you're going to create with putting your frequency, your vibration, your high vibe into it. I do lots of playful things that support my dreams and my passions, and I'm willing to share all that goodness with you. So come on board. Okay, I'm going to bring in Well, this is a little heavy. This is a lot of the great crystals that I work with. I'm going to work with rose quartz. These are 2 spheres of rose quartz that I was with a healer in South India, Mambala Purnham, and I bought a lot of his products, his crystals, and he shared his healing book with me. He was just a really wonderful, beautiful soul. So in honor of a collective humanity and sharing and caring and gratitude and generosity, I'll hold these. Let's do this for you, because you matter. You're going to help to make the change. The collective energy that we're putting out right now. Take a deep breath to your lower abdomen. And with sound, exhale. And breathe in again. And with sound, exhale. And allow that breath to be one even flow. No pause, no jerks, no noise. If you're visual, you may want to visualize breathing down through the front body to your lower abdomen, from your nose to your abdomen. And on the exhale, allow that breath to float up the spine and out your nostrils. Inhaling down the front of the body and exhaling up the back of the body. You know, like a circle or an oval. Breathing down the front of the body, breathing up the back of the body. And if that doesn't work, just whatever breath is comfortable for you at this time. You're welcome to bring in the mantra Soham. If that's really working for you, I want you to have success. You will still hear me, and consciously your body will know and to receive the balance of the chakras at this time. I want you now to imagine going down to wherever you're sitting, your sit bones, the bottom portion, the root area of your torso. You can put your hand there if you wish to put your hand there over your sex organs. And if not, you can simply put your hand 4 inches away, 5 inches away, whatever that feels comfortable for you. We're going to move the hand in a small circular movement towards your left hand, towards your left arm. So as we do this work, we're always going to go to each area and move in small circles to the left, to your left arm. No matter what it looks like on the screen, if you're seeing me, just focus on yourself and focus to always doing towards the left arm. So I invite you now to breathe in. So you're going to breathe into this area, down the bottom, the base, your coccyx, your perineum area. And allow that breath to fortify this area as red. If you can see that red, think of a red apple. Breathe down to this area, this red area, this frequency of red, the root chakra, chakra 1, Muladhara, Muladhara, Muladhara. And now come up to the next layer, just below the belly button. You can put your hand there, or you can take it off body and just do a few circles. Breathe in orange, beautiful, vibrant orange. Beautiful orange, that's bright orange. Breathe in orange energy to this area. And small circles towards your left arm. You might notice something in your belly, maybe activating that chakra area, Svadhisthana. The sacral chakra, Svadhisthana, Svadhisthana, Svadhisthana. Now I want you to come up to the next layer. It's over your belly button. Sometimes there's certain Vedic traditions that believe it's a little higher. So I always come sort of midpoint and know that I'm reaching them both. The solar plexus, your third chakra. Think of this beautiful, vibrant lemon. Breathe in that yellow breath, that vibrant yellow breath to this area. This is your self-worth, your self-esteem, your self-love. Breathe into this beautiful, bright, yellow lemon. Manipura, Manipura, Manipura. Chakra 3. Now let's go up to the heart area. Chakra 4. The heart chakra. Anahata, Anahata, Anahata. Let's visualize the beautiful, most beautiful green grass you've ever seen. The most vibrant color of nature, the green in nature, the most vibrant green you've ever seen. Breathe it into your heart area. Allow the chest and heart area to expand. Allow the heart chakra to open. Anahata, Anahata, Anahata. This is the bridge between the upper body, the mind body, and the foundation of the first 3 chakras in the physical body. This is the bridge, often called the rainbow bridge. Let's move up to the throat, right over your throat area. Imagine the most beautiful blue sky you've ever seen. Vibrant in that blue sky. The fifth chakra, the template for your entire body. Vishuddhi, Vishuddhi, Vishuddhi. Breathe in this blue, this beautiful blue, activating breath into your fifth chakra. Now I want you to come up right over to the third eye. If you're using your hands, you may feel some heat there. A small circle towards the left side of your body. This is the sixth chakra. I want you to imagine a beautiful blueberry, the indigo color, indigo grapes. Ajna, ajna, ajna. It's just so beautiful. Activate your sixth chakra. Balance it with the breath, this beautiful, gentle breath up through the nostrils, up to your third eye area. As you breathe this beautiful indigo blueberry breath up in, allow it to fill the whole head and fortify the pineal gland and the pituitary gland. Let's bring it up to the top, the seventh chakra, the crown chakra, Sahasrara, working with the gold and white light. I want you to imagine the beautiful, most beautiful star that will be the Saturn and Jupiter conjunction, this most magnificent star that you've ever seen. Activate this area, this connection. And now you can bring your hand down. And just imagine this rainbow body that you have going up and down. You've got the red and the orange and the yellow, the green, the blue, the indigo, and the white. Often, and sometimes it's depicted as violet as well, the very top crown chakra. It is that rainbow of energy. It's a full spectrum rainbow of energy. And engage your breath to your lower abdomen. And just I want you to check in with what's going on in your body. And with that, what's going on with your life. If we can create this calm and peace here and now, it will mirror into your life. What's going on? And most importantly, what do you want? This is your life. Moving forward, what do you want? Take a look at the problems that may be going on, or the issues, or the tugging, the pulling, the conflicts, the concerns, the undeveloped opportunities. Visualize what you want. What do you really, really, really want? What do you want your life to look like tomorrow? Next year? 3 years? 5 years? 10 years? What are your possibilities, opportunities, and dreams? Allow them just to flood in. How Do you get what you want? What's in your way? How do you make the plan? Where do you start? What's your first steps? What is your very first small step? Your very first small step. Pen to paper. Even if you just draw the arrow facing upwards. Draw a straight line right across the horizontal and make that vertical line going up. See yourself making it happen. See yourself at the table with pen to paper. Start with the first step. One manageable thing you can do now. Embody that change. Feel it in your body. See yourself doing it. How do you know the change is happening? See your bank account growing if that's what you're looking for. See your heart growing if that's what you're looking for. See the connections being made if that's what you're looking for. See yourself online live if that's what you're looking for. What is one thing, one manageable thing you can do now? Bring it into your field. Bring it into your human energy field. Bring it into your body. And be your results. This is an asset. You are an asset to moving forward. You are valuable to this world. You matter. You are unique. There is no one else like you out there. See yourself. What are you saying? What are other people saying? See yourself living the life that you want. Take a nice deep breath into your lower abdomen. Feel the expansion in your ribs and your back body. And breathe out with sound. Allow the body to settle. Allow your body to settle. Curl your lips up a little bit. And let's take 1 minute in the one and so hum. Breathing in so. Exhaling hum. Breathing up the front body so. And breathing down the back body hum. Or you can do it the other way. Breathing down into on so and breathing out up the back body on hum. As long as the so is on the inhalation and the hum is on the exhalation. I am that. That I am. I am that. That I am. Thank you so much for being here with me today. As you come out of our meditation, I hope you enjoyed a little bit something different. Balancing the chakras, activating the chakras, offering energy and fortifying the energy centers of your body. Coming into that place where pen to paper for the journal. What's going on? What do I want? How do I get what I want? And what's the action that I need to take? Let's get the cards. Which cards are we going to get today? Follow the path of your soul. These are those beautiful, beautiful cards. And just for our card of inspiration and awareness, let's see what we have today. The eclipse is complete. The new moon is upon us. New beginnings. There's the card. Wow, it looks like a moon. Looks like the solar eclipse, actually. The shadow of the moon going over the sun. I think it's just gorgeous. It's exquisite. There is no coincidences. And look, it looks like a little womb and the baby in the womb. It looks like a footprint. I think it's your footprint, your new footprint, our new footprint as we move forward. Wow, this is just beautiful. Card 14, it is from the Path of the Soul. This is also by Cheryl Lee Harnish. And it's called Footprints. You have beautiful intentions of doing well in this world and having a lasting and positive effect on the planet. This was part of the divine plan you created for yourself before you came here. Those inner inspirations you feel and the daydreams associated with them are the whisperings of your soul calling you to your purpose. This is all part of your journey. The time has come to take the steps necessary to set this dream in motion. Why do I love these cards so much? There are no coincidences. This is just incredible. Hope you find this as your confirmation of how wonderful that these can offer some journaling opportunity. So just to reiterate, what's going on? What do I want? How do I get what I want? And what's the action that I can take? Pointing that arrow in the right direction. It might even look like something like this, that divine alignment that we make, that is the formation of our arrow. Thank you for being here. I love you and rejoice in this special day and know that you are the change. You are the change. I often say live bliss, teach bliss, be bliss. Live bliss, educate, re-educate. That's why we're here. Embody the work. You can read a book, you can participate here, but unless you take that next step, that first action, then you be your results, you be bliss. And that's why be anywhere else? Bliss. Bliss be.me, bliss be.you, bliss be the Mother Earth. Take good care. Hope to see you tomorrow. With love. Make it a great day.